major, major disclaimer on this video because what I'm about to share with you guys in this video is powerful and it works. And you just have to know that, I think this video, it's a lot like money, right? Like when you're starting your entrepreneurial journey, you think like, oh, if only I had this much money, then I would be super happy. Or you think like, if I had, I don't know, $10 million, then I'd be happy and I can do whatever I want. Or maybe it's like a certain revenue goal. Like I want to hit $10,000 a month. And then you realize like once you hit $10,000, then you just want to make $100,000 a month. Then when you hit $100,000 a month, you just want to make $1 million a month. And it's this never-ending cycle. And so this video, I'm just cautioning you, like it's very similar with the short-term hookup, okay? Where, you think you want to hook up with all these different girls, and, I think it's kind of one of these things, and the reason I'm making this video is because, like, once you do it, you can kind of be the judge for yourself as to, like, whether this was actually something worth pursuing. So, just a disclaimer, like, I'm not saying that this is the best thing to do. I'm not saying that should be your ultimate goal. I'm just saying if you have this desire within you, and you're, a young guy, and you're in your 20s pursuing business, and maybe you're not just in the vibe to get a girlfriend or a long-term relationship, this is what you can do. And this works, but use it within reason, and I will elaborate on that toward the end about why I kind of put this disclaimer in here. But I mean, okay, so let me just make this. Actually, no, I'm going to start off with why you should be, at your discretion with this, and then we'll get into how to do it afterwards. So, full-on disclaimer. Why should you be like careful about this? Well, one, you are a man looking to fulfill your deepest purpose in life, right? You're a guy who wants to contribute something great to the world. And understand that when you just have your energy, your literal life energy, your seed, your sexual energy, spreading around all these different girls, you are essentially, you're putting your focus and your attention on all these different girls, okay? And, again, there's nothing morally wrong with that, I don't think. If that's what you want to do, you can do that. It's just that let's just say, for example, it's like business, right? You put all your eggs in one basket in business, and then you focus on that one business, and then it grows over time until eventually you have a very, very successful business versus niche hopping, starting one business for, 2 months, and then another business for 2 months, and then another business for 2 months, and that one's not working. So, you start back on the one from, the first business that you started, and then that one you kind of get bored of after a week. So then you start another business. It's like you can't get anywhere with that. You don't get long-term, fulfilling, lasting results that ultimately, end up with anything successful. So I think it's very similar to like short-term hookups, right? You can have a lot of quick learning lessons. You can learn what you like, what you don't like, and I think when you're young, it is a good idea to date around. But I don't think it should be really the ultimate goal. I mean, relationships compound, right? The people that mean the most to you have probably been in your life the longest, and the more time you spend with people over time, the more valuable that relationship actually is, and the more joy and fulfillment you get out of that relationship. So keep that in mind. Now, the second thing I'd like to say is there is, and this is, bordering on woo-woo, but when you have sex with someone, you are quite literally exchanging some very deep level energy, right? If you look at like, the sperm, right? Why is it if sperm is just a bunch of like chemicals that scientists can't recreate sperm in a lab and like make a human being? Well, it's obvious that there's something more to sperm. And so with that and like female sexual energy as well, Like when you have sex with someone, you are exchanging a lot of energy and information with them. And, you know, if it's a girl, you know, maybe she has her own problems, her own trauma, her own shit that she's dealing with, procrastination, ability to focus. If you're just exchanging that with tons of different girls, you know, think about how the effect that has on you long term. All right. And think about like how that impacts your ability to focus and be a man who ultimately has a great impact on the world. It's difficult, right? So, or you can imagine it would be difficult. So that being said, that like 5.5 minute disclaimer, let's go into how to actually do this. So the first thing to get clear on is like that you actually want to have short-term hookups, that you're in a position in your life that like this is what you want. You just want to kind of date multiple girls at the same time, potentially even have them be okay with it, and have, you know, you are morally okay with it as well. You have to decide that. That's step number one. Okay, and understand that there is a reality that exists in which you are dating multiple girls and they're okay with it, and so are you. Okay, now when you decide that, you have to also understand that it's likely that the girls that you end up dating are in a similar mindset where they actually are probably dating multiple guys. Okay? The reason I say this is really important is because I think a lot of where guys go wrong is they just think like, oh, I want to have all these like different relationships, these different hookups, but then they go for girls who don't want the same thing. And that's bad. That's a win-lose. You win, she maybe catches feelings for you, and then it just doesn't work out. So when you're very clear with your intentions, you align with other women, other girls that have the same intentions as you. And so therefore, after they stay over or after you guys hook up, whatever, she's not expecting you to message her, and you're not expecting her to really message you unless it's for logistics of the next time you guys are going to hang out, go on a date, whatever. So first step is getting very clear, all right, on your intentions. And understanding that when you're clear with your intentions and you're okay with that, and you're okay and you understand that some girls don't want a short-term hookup, it's a lot easier to find someone that is looking for the same thing. All right. So how do you find someone that's interested in that? Well, the shortcut to this, as a guy who's probably, if you're watching this, building a business, looking to become more successful as an entrepreneur, is to have some kind of weekly social event that you either throw yourself or that you attend, where you will meet girls that are looking for a similar type of thing. So if you had, for example, a weekly club, like let's say every Monday night you go out to a club in your city or in your town and you get a table there, or maybe one of your friends gets a table. And then every girl that you meet throughout the week, throughout your lifestyle, throughout Instagram potentially, you can invite to this Monday event. All right. And then at that event, you then speak to them and, you know, flirt. And I have a whole series on like flirting and banter and that kind of stuff. And that's actually on my other channel. And those videos are still very relevant. Just look up like Arlen Moore, The Art of Banter. Or Arlen Moore, The Art of Flirting, like how to attract your crush. It's like a 5-video series that works very well. But if you're looking to like actually consolidate this into like one night per week, you know, you essentially meet the girls that you would be interested in dating, and then either that night or later that week you can invite them over for like a one-on-one situation. Now, another way that you can find girls that you'd be interested in dating is just Instagram. This is why I stress on this channel so much, like having a powerful Instagram for attracting both high-value guys that you could network with, but also girls that you could end up dating, or just a short-term hookup. There will be girls that if you direct message them and they respond and they reciprocate, that they are also looking for something like a short-term hookup, like a one-night stand, whatever. And if you reach out to them in the proper way, which, by the way, the proper way is not sending like a super long flirtatious text message. It's usually just like hi or hello or yo. And if they respond, then they've clearly looked at your profile and deemed you someone worthy of a response. And then from there, you can invite them on a date. It's that simple. You don't have to like flirt or do all this crazy stuff on text. You don't have time for that. She doesn't have time for your bullshit either. If you trying to send some stupid thing you saw on TikTok or whatever. Just go straight for the date, right? Have a couple date ideas, and then invite them straight from if they answer. Then you, let's see, how to find them, how to make them. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go into something else too, right? Like a lot of guys will ask me, how do I know like when to make a move or when to kiss a girl, like on a date, right? Well, if a girl's agreed to see you one-on-one, okay, or if you're talking to her at a party or a club, and you even get the thought, like, maybe I should kiss this girl, and you just kiss her. That's it. The worst things that happens is that she puts her hand in your face and goes, "Ew, get away from me." And that's probably not going to happen if she's already agreed to hang out with you one-on-one. So, oftentimes the first time, this also goes back to the beginning of this conversation here, right? The first time you hang out with a girl and you like go in and try to kiss her, no matter like how smooth you are, really, it's probably not going to be the smoothest thing. It's probably going to be kind of awkward. It just is, right? Because you don't know each other that well. But if you date a girl long term, the sex gets better and better. The hookup gets better and better over the long term because you're comfortable with each other, you know what turns each other on. Someone that you're just meeting, you don't know anything about them, especially sexually, and they don't know anything about you and what you like. So just keep that in mind. And then how to maintain them. Well, like I said, if you have some kind of like weekly party that you can invite this girl to, then just keep inviting her back and tell her she can invite her friends. And also, too, this is another thing with short-term hookups because, the girls, if they're also looking for something like a short-term hookup, you can, it's light, right? It's a very light, fun kind of energy, right? So you can invite 2 girls that you've hooked up with, or even up to like, I don't know, as many girls as you want that you've previously had some kind of like hookup with, to the same party. And because it's a light, fun thing, like they've probably hooked up with some of your friends. It's kind of this weird, like when you're in your 20s, like everyone's kind of hooked up with anyone type vibe. So don't think like, and that's the thing where guys go wrong, I think, is like they don't want a long-term relationship. Like you're watching this video because you don't want a girlfriend. You just want to like kind of explore, right? You don't want a girlfriend, but what you do is you treat girls that you're just want a short-term hookup with like a girlfriend, and then they get this weird mixed signal. So just be fucking direct, be honest, and honestly, if a girl starts to catch feelings with you, just be like, "Oh, I'm really sorry about that. I'm actually not looking for that. I'm sorry if I led you on, but I'm not in a position to have a girlfriend right now." That's it, and you just tell her the truth. So that's it. And I think you'd be surprised if you watch this video back, like from the 5-minute 30 mark on, and you actually just do what I said, you'll have a lot more success. Like, I think the biggest thing is just the intention behind it and understanding like what you actually want out of a short-term relationship and why you want it. Once you're clear on that and you're able to stand firm in your ground in that, and you go and talk to girls, they understand. You'll be able to communicate in a lot more effective way. That in combination, again, with having some kind of weekly party or weekly event that's on the same night every night, whether it's like a dinner party or a club situation or a house party every week, you'll just have something every week that, like, let's say you're at the gym and you see a pretty girl at the gym and you invite her to that party. Every girl you meet throughout the week, you can just invite to that party, and then depending on, what she's looking for and what you're looking for, there might be a match. You can use dating apps as well, but the idea is the consistency of it. So again, full disclaimer on this video. I hope that was good. That was long enough at the beginning. Hopefully didn't skip to the end. And I hope that, you get some results from this advice. If you haven't joined my free Discord chat on how to build a social circle and how to attract more high-value men and women into your life, direct message me in my second Instagram, the word Discord, and I'll send you the application link for that. And then if you want to join my private mentorship program where I help guys to build a tribe that supports their goals, you work with me very personally on that, direct message me the word YouTube at AllOrMore2, and I'll send you the application for that. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you did, drop a thumbs up and a comment. I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.